Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate agent Jackie Smith of the agency RE based out of Beverly Hills, California. Bringing an extensive and diverse set of experiences spanning industry lines and coastal cities, Jackie's vision of Los Angeles community and real estate is a multifaceted one. An opportunity as Publicity and Marketing Director at Landmark Theaters first brought her to Los Angeles, where she would discover a true passion for design, aesthetic, and home development. Deciding to extend beyond her interests, she matches clients with homes that suit their exact needs. Her array of experiences and extremely diverse network makes her a tremendous resource, and it's her distinct set of interests and professions, from marketer to developer to real estate agent, that provides her with both a macro yet an intimate view of each detail that goes into the process of what buying a home truly means for her clients. Ecstatic about her introduction to the agency, Jackie notes that their firm is forward-thinking, innovative, and unlike any other she has worked with. Founder and Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Mauricio Umansky, notes that Jackie's passion for each and every aspect of real estate makes her a welcome addition to their team in Beverly Hills, and her value as a professional and as a person who exemplifies the tact and the collaborative spirit that they embody cannot be overstated enough. All right, with all that said, Jackie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Keith. I'm really happy to be here.
Jackie, if we could start for our listeners, what led you into real estate? Was it something that you always knew you wanted to do, or did you maybe stumble into it?
You know, I always loved houses and real estate, but I didn't know I wanted to be in real estate exactly. I sort of stumbled into it because I had been in the film business originally, and I had my first child a little over 15 years ago. My husband was a builder, and I took a little time off from work and started to do some work with him. Then we did a project together. We flipped a house, and that was pretty much when I knew I wanted to be in real estate. We did a few projects more after that, and I got my license right around that time and went right into it. I absolutely loved it.
I guess kind of on top of that, what personal attributes, traits, or qualities do you think have most contributed to the success that you've had in real estate?
Well, you know, that's an interesting question. I think that my knowledge of houses after developing and working with my husband, who has a very, very strong knowledge of what goes into building, architecture, was very helpful. So my knowledge of houses, selling my own houses for a number of years, was very helpful. I also think patience. I have 4 kids, so I'm a very patient person. I also think that, you know, having worked in the film business for a very long time made me a strong negotiator, and that has come in handy along the way. You know, it's a very big piece of our business is negotiating and having strong negotiating skills.
And do you think you'd give our listeners an example of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
Well, you know, I don't know that there's a specific example because I use them almost every day. I mean, in fact, even last night I was negotiating a counteroffer with a client. We, you know, have a house for sale, and I was on the phone last night until 11:30, negotiating with the other agent to get her up to the number that my client wanted for his house, and I was able to do that, which was great, and he was very pleased. But, you know, on the phone last night negotiating to get them up to the number, and it worked. So I just think that, you know, 1, patience, and 2, strong negotiating skills, and also the ability to stay up late, which comes in handy.
And I think sometimes when people build, you know, a successful business, the path to get there usually isn't always just a smooth one. Sometimes there's bumps in the road. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the adversities or trials that you had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Well, you know, I think that, you know, the way I got to real estate was definitely a roundabout way. I mean, via film and then working with my husband developing houses. But, you know, I think one difficulty for sure is that I am a mother of 4, and it's difficult to juggle, for sure. It's difficult to juggle being a mother and working so many hours, and often 6 and 7 days a week for me. one thing that has been very helpful is that my husband is very hands-on, and he has actually dialed back his business quite a bit to help me with mine. And I feel very lucky that he has been willing to help so much. But that has been a very difficult obstacle, and one that my family has been incredibly helpful and patient with me, because it's very hard to be, both a mother and a working mother in this business, especially with how much I do work.
And, when these obstacles come up, and obviously as you're trying to juggle all this stuff, what keeps you going? Why don't you give up? What's your driving force?
Well, I don't give up, I think, because I do have my family's support, and also because I love what I do. So I think the two of them together, really, that they're so supportive of me, has been great. My husband's very supportive. My kids are very, very supportive. And I want to show my kids that, women can be successful, and it's important that I show my daughters that. And also, that my husband's so successful. So I don't give up because of that, and also because my business grows each year. So, that tells me I'm on the right path.
And I guess kind of looking forward, what's your vision for your business and your career, say, over the next 5 years?
Well, my vision really is to continue to grow my business. I'd like to bring in some agents to join my team and help me grow my business. So I'd like to bring in, one or two more agents to work underneath me so that I can grow my business but continue to oversee what they're doing. I'm very, very hands-on with my clients. I don't send my assistants out to show houses. I'm always available to my clients, which is one of the reasons I end up working 6 and 7 days a week. But I would like to grow my business so that I have a few other agents working underneath me so that I can take on more listings and work with more clients all the time.
And I guess kind of on top of that, what do you feel is the best way that you market yourself as a real estate professional so you can have continual growth?
Well, I do actually use social media quite a bit, but I will tell you that honestly, my best marketing tool has been word of mouth. My clients refer me, almost 100% of the time. So I would say that my business grows, and my own marketing has been that my clients refer me all the time. So I really don't ever have to do any kind of advertising for myself. I do a little bit of social media, but mainly my best marketing tool is my clients referring me to other clients.
And I think sometimes when the general public looks at real estate agents, they have a certain misconception of what they actually do, the value they provide from both a buyer and a seller standpoint. What do you think the biggest misconception or myth that people have about working with a real estate agent?
I think that people think that all real estate agents do is show houses, and that they don't have any particular expertise or negotiating skills. And the truth is, we are, educated, licensed people who know what they're doing and know how to get you the best price for your house, find you the best house, and negotiate the best deal. So I do think that a lot of people feel like they can do it themselves when they really can't. And I know that I've come across that a lot of times when I do have a client who thinks they can do it better than we can. And the truth is, we really do know what we're doing. We know, how to find the property, how to negotiate the best deal, how to handle all the paperwork, and, from beginning to end. And I think the biggest misconception really and truly is that they think all we do is show houses.
And let's say you get a call from a family member or a friend, and they're in another state, and they want to sell their home. Now, obviously, with your experience and probably with the network, you could reach out and find an agent, maybe do a referral. But from a general advice standpoint, what advice would you give them about selecting an agent that could best serve their needs?
So I would tell them to interview more than one agent and ask them if they are an area specialist or if they work in several areas, what they know about their neighborhood, what their plan is for the house, how they would market the house, do they show the house themselves, do they have a team, do they have an assistant, and are they available all the time? Make sure they interview more than one person so that they know exactly how to compare the agents and if they connect with that person, if that person is available to them when they need questions answered. Because that way they know who they're dealing with, whether they're going to be handed off to an assistant. Does that person sell houses at the same price point? Does that person sell higher price point houses and they're going to hand them off to somebody else? It's really important that they do some interviewing to make sure that they connect with that person.
Excellent. And Jackie, obviously based out of the Beverly Hills, California area, if somebody's looking for real estate services or an agent in that general area, what's the best way they can find out more information about you and how you can help them?
So you can go to theagencyre.com and type in my name and find me on the website there, and there's all the information you can find about me there, or call my cell phone, which is 213-494-7736. I'm pretty much available anytime.
Excellent. And obviously, Jackie, we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come here today and share all your professional real estate experience with our listeners. And if you're listening and you want to learn more about Jackie, like you said, you can go to her website. Also, below this interview, we're going to have a link to her site, her number, and any other contact information we have so you can see how she can help you with your real estate needs. So with that said, everybody, until our next show, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.